This episode of Joe Genius is brought to you by Gorilla Glue. You ever see crazy videos online and go, hey, how'd they do that? Well, this is Joe Genius, Revision 3's new show where we're going to tell you. Hey guys, it's me, Jonah Ray, bringing you another exciting episode of Joe Genius, the show where backyard science goes big time. Today it's all about homemade robots. Yes, the exact same robots that will one day take over the world and enslave the human race. But until then, let's have fun. Take Skip, for instance. His day job consists of building coffins, but seeing as he probably doesn't live in Deadwood, Skip spends most of his free time making robots. One day, Skip decided to build a robot in his garage. He started out with a wheelchair motor he got from a yard sale. And 2 months and $200 later, this is what he created, a battery-controlled robot that plays music. Skip says when his daughter takes a trick-or-treating, the robot gets more candy than her, which I'm sure doesn't give her a complex at all. We think this candy-loving robot is so cool, we're gonna start the show off right by giving Skip, the garage roboticist, our coveted Joe Science Award. Congratulations, Skip. Now go spend some time with your daughter. I think she needs it. Now I'm gonna need you to stay as unaroused as you can while watching these sweet robotic moves. But wait, Tofu the robot wants in on the action, and it's adorable. Tofu is a clever little character created by students at the MIT Personal Robotics Group. The researchers there are always exploring ways to give robots facial expressions and other social cues to make it easier for people to interact with machines. Instead of using eyes controlled by motors, Tofu uses inexpensive OLED displays which offer highly dynamic and lifelike motion. Well, isn't he an adorable owl-type thing, I'm assuming? Is this thing Japanese? This bot's creator used a motor from a toy helicopter and a cell phone battery. He then glued it on top of 2 toothbrushes. He then went a step further and added a remote control. Seems pretty easy. Let's make our own bristle bots. First, you're gonna get a toothbrush. With the toothbrush, you're gonna want it so the bristles are at an angle, so it acts as a rudder to fly around. And you're gonna cut the head off, thusly, and you're gonna wanna get foam double-sided sticky tape to put on the head of it. So now this will act as the little robotics platform. So you're gonna wanna take the top part of the double-sided foam sticky tape off. Remember, you're gonna want foam sticky tape, because it will act as a conductor. And then you get the cell phone's vibrating motor. See, this will go on with the wires pointed towards the top of the head. And here's the tricky part. For the negative wire, you're gonna want just the metal part of the wire on the sticky tape. Don't get any of the plastic in there. Just put that there, and then move this one up, the positive. Now we're gonna get a lithium battery from a watch. We're gonna place that over the negative wire and onto the sticky tape with the positive side up on the battery. And now, for funsies, we can add some googly eyes here. Who doesn't love googly eyes? Makes anything look cute. But 2, I don't know. I don't like that. Let's go for 3. Make it a weirdo like me. Let's just take the double-sided sticky tape off of that. Place it right there, but don't try to get in the way of your motor. Right there, look at that little guy. So now to make it start moving around, we're gonna push down the positive or red wire onto the top of the positive part of the battery. And that's what we should, yep, see, there it goes. Just push it down, hold it, make it so it stays there, and then you got a little guy running around. And then once you get others, you can have them start battling each other. The more bots you make, the more you can have them play with each other. You can make them break dance. Just make sure you do this is the best kind of game because it's loud and irritating and your parents will hate it. I can't think of anything better to do with the toothbrush than do this. From the teeny tiny to the larger than life robots that will take over the world, here's the basics if you want to build a robot at home, which I don't recommend. First, robots need power. The energy source can be anything from an old cell phone battery to a diehard your dad has collecting dust. You'll also need motors so the robot can move its wheels, arms, or legs if it has any. At this point, you have a machine that can move around. Pretty cool, but to be a true robotics genius, you want your creation to make decisions on its own, and that's what will murder us all. For that, you need sensors so your robot can detect when an object is coming its way. And last but not least, you need a digital brain, basically a mini computer that'll allow you to program your robot. And if you do this, please, for the love of humanity, instill the 3 laws of robotics. Stop the presses. I want to thank our sponsor, Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. For more information, visit GorillaGlue.com or head to your local hardware store to check out all their amazing products for yourself. God, that stuff sticks so good. All right, let's get back to the Android action. Not too long ago, I was kicked out of a band and replaced with a cyborg drummer. I know, story of my life, but I can understand because robots can really keep a beat. This is the up-and-coming band, the Trons. They book shows all over the globe. The New Zealand-based bots are no cover band either. Their autonomous software lets them jam out to their very own songs. Let's listen in. This completely self-playing robotic band consists of Ham Hornhead, Wiggy, Swamp on the drums, of course, and Fifi Farfisa on keyboards. Here's the cool thing. Other than their sweet music, they're made mostly from old computer and mechanical parts. And by the way, I know it's a real band because they got t-shirts. I wonder if their groupies are robots too. And I wonder what they do. From time to time, we all need a helping hand. If we don't have any friends, you can just make your own.
We have 1 degree of freedom here, it's a servo, and we have another degree of freedom, another servo right here for the claw. And I just hold the rest with my arm. It's remote controlled, so I could open and close the hand like that, and I could also control the wrist like this. So I could pick up many different things. I could pick up paper. There's paper like this. I could fan myself or something. I could pick up a box. Some candy. Candy. That's my robot arm.
One of the coolest things about robots is that they can move in ways no living thing does, so you can point them out. Watch this robot, which has 3 separate robot arms, all collaborating to move this suction cup around. Creator Jameson Birch says it's like 3 people moving a heavy table. Each has to be in a certain position at a certain time for it to work. With 30 days, about $500, and help from some Joe Genius buddies, he created this mega suction robot called the Mini Delta. And robots do whatever we tell them to do. Well, at least for now. They even fight. Some scientists across the Pacific are on the same page. Are you ready for some robot wrestling? Just think of it as cybernetic sumo wrestling. But wait, this bout ain't over yet. Ho! Although I like to see as much robot-on-robot violence as much as the next human, let's take a trip to a friendlier competition, the Condo Cup. It's the Speed Stars versus Trinity. They even have their own refs and announcers. I'm just glad they don't have any digital vuvuzelas. One robot down, and then another. In the end, the Speed Stars took the Cup back to their android home, and good riddance. All right, picture this. It's Friday night, you couldn't find the guts to ask out that cute girl you had your eye on, you know, the one at the bookstore, but you do have some Legos. You don't have to picture it. You're doing that right now. Hey, you big dumb hairy ape, get Gorilla Glue. It's made for you. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. For more information, visit GorillaGlue.com or head to your local hardware store to check out all their amazing products for yourself. No Joe Genius toolbox is complete without it. Now it's the time that all three of you have been waiting for. One of those awesome droids will get the coveted Joe Genius Award. And this was a tough decision, but after hours, minutes of careful deliberation, we're giving the best of the best to, drumroll please, the Trons, the self-playing robotic band from New Zealand. If they're gonna destroy our world, might as well do it with some music behind them. Good job, guys. I hope you can avoid the copyright infringement with the Disney company. So there you have it. Robots, androids, your best friends, our future overlord enslavers, whatever you want to call them. It's a creative way to bring science to life. Once you get the parts, the rest is up to your Joe Genius smarts. I'm Jonah Ray, and I'm gonna go blow up Skynet before this thing gets any further. Trons, take us out of here. Joe Genius is brought to you in part by the National Science Foundation.